Nice.
Yeah. What's up? Is anybody here?
Let's
We
see.
live, Willie.
Looks like you got Corey in there.
Yeah. If he's here. He typed that about an hour ago.
Oh.
Yeah, 8:30, 8:40. Hit us up if you're here. Let's see who's all in. Willie Stubbs is here.
What's going on, Willie?
4 people. I don't know what happened to Chris. I thought he was going to, I don't know, man. He's got internet problems. I don't know if he's going to ever show up.
Oh, wow. That's never fun, especially the night of a show, man.
I know. It happened last time, too.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, he said he got hurt at work and just found out today he's got a degenerative disc disease, which is a fancy word for arthritis.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave him some muscle relaxers and steroids. So he said he might be a little groggy tonight.
Oh, wow.
That'll be fun. He got the combo Monday, and man, he's just been raging about it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm excited to get him on here, hopefully, and he can tell everybody what it smells like, since yours didn't make it.
Yeah, man, I'm going to have to talk to the post office again because this is probably, so since all the mail problems have started, this is probably the 5th time that this has happened, where instead of delivering it, they just claimed that either I requested for them to hold on to it, or, which is even a better one, they claimed they couldn't access the mailbox.
Wow.
So you couldn't access the mailbox for my package, but you could access it for all my bills. Got
Yeah.
it.
I've had that shit happen too, man. I think if they either have too many packages to deliver that day or they just don't feel like it, that's just their excuse. That's just what they say.
Yep, 100%.
A few times. What's up, everybody? I see Scott's in here with Taylor Beard Company. What's up, Scott?
On, Scott?
Tiki.
What's going on, Tiki? Didn't even know you guys were on. You obviously didn't pay attention to Keith's post today.
Yeah. Wow. All right, guys. Hey, there's 8 of us in here. We'll talk for a minute about. So the plan was Cody was supposed to get an oil I sent him today. I checked this morning on the shipping app and it said out for delivery. So I messaged him and said, hey, man, you want to hop on and open it live and tell everybody what it smells like? And, of course, United States Postal Service let us down. He was supposed to get it around 6, 7 o'clock tonight. And the app updated and said unable to deliver, customer not there or something. And so I guess they're going to deliver it tomorrow. So unfortunately, Cody doesn't have the businessman for y'all to hear about. But we're going to chit chat anyway and talk about it and shoot the shit. And hopefully Chris will jump on because he does have it. And you guys can hear somebody else's perspective on what it smells like besides mine. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Hump day. What's up, Corey? Glad you can make it. Why aren't you wearing a dress? A dress is for you, buddy.
Oh, yeah. He's going to look great in that thing.
Man, we got to order that dress. I still hadn't ordered it, but I need him to order it. Tell me what size. I guess triple XL. I don't know if it's going to fit.
You've seen the way those curves rock on him.
Oh, yeah, buddy. He's going to look good in them curves.
Oh, yeah. You look better than your mustache.
Man, I'm trying to train it, but you can't really see it. It gets outside my face and you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost too long. For Valentine's Day, I put it in a heart for my wife.
Yeah, I've been messing around with it myself some because I've been toying around with some wax, but like I don't want to cut this at all.
Yeah.
And this is just way too long, man. But my problem is I cut here, right? I trim this up a lot. And so I just get no width out of my mustache.
So I used to do the same thing. I used to trim from about my nose width in to
Mhm.
keep it out of my mouth. And about 6-8 months ago, I was like, all right, I'm not trimming anymore. I'm just going to let it grow and see if I can get the middle to be all one length so it looked good. And that's what I'm doing now. But it's so irritating because now I have to use wax to keep it out of my mouth.
Yep.
But it's so slow. I swear the mustache grows so slow. It drives me crazy.
Right.
Mine does anyway. I don't know about yours, but
Well, sometimes it does. It seems like it picks and chooses when it wants to be slow and when it wants to grow faster than a weed.
yeah.
Because like there's been times I've trimmed it down and then like not even 2 weeks later I'm already getting it in my mouth and I'm ready to just shave it down again.
Yeah. I was telling somebody the other day, that's definitely the case with the mustache. When you trim it, I don't care what anybody says, it grows faster those first few weeks. I mean, it just,
Mhm.
it just, I don't know, triple growth rate and then it slows down. And then if you trim a little bit, it'll pick back up. But it's crazy. But these little middle pieces, in 6 months, they've only gotten probably 3/4 of an inch and they kind of just stop. So I'm thinking now, maybe they're not going to grow. I just need to cut them. I don't know. So,
Maybe. I
okay.
don't know, man. Mustache is way out of my ballpark.
Yeah. Well, that's the other problem is we don't have you live close enough to Atlanta, you get some good barbers, but here in Troy, there's nobody that I would trust with my beard or my mustache. So, and I can't cut in the mirror. I can't look in the mirror and cut it.
Right.
Just the depth perception and all, I get all twisted sideways and backwards and end up cutting the hair or cutting my head, and so I can't find anybody to do it. And, so I'm just letting it grow. But anyway.
Yeah, it's like one of the biggest reasons I haven't trimmed my beard or anything at all other than myself touching this middle part of my mustache
Yeah.
has been because of COVID. The barber shop that's by my house, they do a great job with my hair, and it's a great little like locally owned business. So I try to support that one as much as possible. But there's only one lady in there that I truly trust with my beard.
Yeah.
And, everybody else is just kind of like hit or miss, man. I've gotten my beard trimmed in the past by the other people. And it's like sometimes it comes out great. Sometimes it's like, oh, man, like you went way too thin, like underneath and everything.
Yeah.
And there was even one time dude straight up just cut right into my damn nostril or whatever this part of your nose is,
Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck, man? Come on now.
Yeah. I got to do something though. I got to trim it. I've started finally, for about a year and a half, I didn't touch anything. I let everything grow. There's some crazy wild hairs on the side that are like side of my neck, and I was like, I'm not touching anything. And then underneath my chest hairs are almost connected with my beard hairs. And I'm like, all right, I got to start trimming something. But oh well.
I hear you, man. I got a couple wild ones over here, but most of my problems are right in the front, man. Because so basically, when I decided to let it grow, I was trying to get that nice little angle shape to begin with.
Yeah.
So obviously, cutting myself, I figure, the smartest way to do that is just go short on the sides and then blend it into the chin. And so that's what I did. So now, like, my sides aren't as long as my front. And so I have some really nice thick on the front, which is like 10 inches. But then I have these just really long few random hairs, man.
Yeah.
And those are like another inch or two longer. And then I even, believe it or not, dude, I have one hair. And it still hasn't fallen out, thankfully, because I'm proud as hell of it. It's I got one hair that if I pull it, it's 100% all of 15 inches, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just a wild hair.
Yep.
That's
I'm
crazy.
so proud of that hair.
Yeah, I would be too. I've been growing mine, I guess, 2.5 years now, but about a year and a half into it, my wife and I were talking about she was like, I don't know, it was just one of them spur of the moment arguments about something. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, I was just all about beard stuff like we all get,
Mhm.
single, so it's a little better, but just these it becomes an addiction. You have to watch it, especially with, I mean, dude, I've got 850, I counted them today, 855 bottles of beard oil on this wall over here. So, she gets a little irritated. But anyway, I get up in the middle of the night and I just grab the trimmers and just cut off like 3 inches. And I was like, I'm cutting it off. And I'd cut an inch and be like, I'm cutting it off. And I'd cut another inch. And then finally I was like, she stopped me. I was like, thank God, man. I was about to just cut it all off. And so I'd do anything to have those 3-4 inches back. But
I hear you, man. That's
in here. Logan, what's up, man? Sorry, I know y'all just listen to us bullshit. What's everybody up to tonight? What's up, Willie? I missed they were talking about something here.
Corey said he only trusts my sister with his beard.
Oh my God. If you store coverage right now, don't even have that. Huh. Man, I really hate you didn't get it today. I can't wait till tomorrow, though.
Yeah, man, I'm right there with you. I'm really hoping they actually bring it. And thankfully, I have nothing going on in the evening. So if they don't bring it by like 5:30, I can just take my butt up to the post office and say, hey, I need my package.
Yeah.
I'm
telling you, I would. I think that's what I ended up doing that time. I think they held it because I think they shipped it. There was something wrong with the address. It was Nicholas Beardworks, I remember, and I got the same kind of message, and it said held at the post office, and the next day it said being returned. And I went up there, and actually the address was a little wrong, and I guess that's why they couldn't deliver. And I ended up catching it before it got returned back to him, thank God. So you might want to check on it tomorrow because I might have put the wrong address, but I don't think I did. I took it right off of your shirt order. So if your shirts made it, it should have made it.
They did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go.
But there was what was it? I think it was Tough Hombres. I'd won some stuff from Ernest, and they did the same thing. They said that it was being held at the post office and everything. And like I kept kind of looking at it funny, and I waited 3 days, which was like a bad choice on my end. And finally, I just asked my mom, and I was like, hey, can you just go up there since I'm at work and just see what's going on, And she went up there, and they're like, oh, it's on a truck right now for delivery. I'm like, great. The one day we finally go up there, of course, it's out there.
Yeah. Willie asked, have you ever tried an oil or butter from a reputable company you didn't like? I had my first experience today. Willie, man, I've had that experience a bunch, actually, and one of them I'll talk about. I was actually going to do a video next week. I won't name names right now, I guess, but one of the things I was disappointed in is, there's guidelines for what's supposed to be on a label and how it's supposed to be labeled. And, the most predominant scent or oil is supposed to be listed first, and then it goes in order according to dominance. And my beard doesn't like coconut oil. And this beard company on their website lists coconut oil, but like third down the list, they start with like castor oil. And then I think there's something else than coconut oil, and then a jojoba, and I can't remember the last one. But so, I ordered it, get it in, and on the bottle, it starts with coconut oil. And you can tell it's predominantly coconut oil, and my beard doesn't like it at all. And so, one of the video I'm doing is about how, I'd be appreciative if companies would follow that rule by the FDA, because, when I order something, I order it based on that. Even scent profiles like this one with Tailored, it's right. It's in order: double oud, sweet tobacco, patchouli, kumquat, bergamot, peach, and tonka bean. And, that's the predominance of the scents from order top to bottom. But, if you change that around and it's kumquat, peach, bergamot, patchouli, double oud, tonka, that shouldn't smell the same, right? Yep. And so when I order something, I order it based on how they list it according to my taste and feeling beard when it comes to the carrier blends. And I've had a lot of them that don't follow that, and it's kind of disappointing, and you end up wasting money. And then, Willie, you have a lot of companies out there that are pushed by guys that are just all about affiliate dollars that just trying to make 10% off an order. So they talk about how great something is, but it's really not that great. But yeah, I've definitely had that experience. And I'll tell you one that is disappointing to me, and I don't know about anybody else, but Sphinx beard oil. Have you ever tried it?
Yep.
Some incredible smelling. I mean, some of the best, if you like cologne-like scents, and their scent profiles are killer, but it feels like garbage in my beard. I don't know about yours.
Right. Oh, I'm right there with you. I haven't put out my video on it yet, just because I've had it for probably 4 months now.
Yeah,
and I haven't put out a video because I can't. So many people talk so highly of them. I want to tread lightly, just like I did with my Black Rebel video.
Yeah.
I want to make sure it's still shedding light on the positive side of them, but also pointing out where the flaws are. And for me, man, I was right there with you. I was surprised. Now, I will say his butter worked relatively well for me, but the oil and his balm were both so bad.
I mean, I'm glad to hear that, because I was the same way, and I'm like, either I'm just got a weird beard, or all these other people are just full of it. Because I mean, I wore it multiple times, and I bought like 7 or 8 scents, and I've tried different ones, thinking maybe it was just that particular scent had a bunch of fragrance oils in it, but it's not, man. It's all of them.
Oh yeah.
So I'm glad to hear that you're the same, because I thought I was weird.
Nope, you're not alone, man. And I did the same thing. I didn't buy quite as many scents as you, but I have 2 different scents, 2 balms, and 2 butters. And I was very just disappointed, man. I was so excited about it too. And literally, I remember I put it in, I got it in the it was hot out, or at least here it was still. And it melted, the balm melted. So I put it in the fridge, put the butter in the fridge and everything. And I was just like waiting. I was waiting. And as soon as it was ready, I went upstairs, took my shower, cleaned my beard, and I went to put it in. And I was like, okay, the butter's decent. But I left the oil in there first for a while. I was like, man, something's just not right.
Yeah.
And the butter saved it that first night. But the next day, I was like, well, let's try the balm. And the balm, I mean, it was just a complete letdown, man, from oil to balm. And I was just like, you know what? I wasted my money. And I tried it a couple more days. I said, yep, my beard feels awful.
Yeah, it is. And Tiki said their packaging, he heard that their packaging is amazing. It is, man. Their packaging's jam up. Their presentation's incredible. But I'm going to tell you, man, don't judge a book by its cover, because, unless you got a beard that really, I think it's pretty heavy in coconut oil. And I don't know. It's just really, it's hard to explain. It doesn't absorb real well. And then it leaves your beard kind of feeling like a dry flake. I don't know, just unhealthy is the best way I can describe it. It just feels unhealthy.
100%, man. That's how it was with Midas too. They had that great presentation.
Yeah.
But dude, you want to talk about a company that's just full of quackiness. I mean, that's like literally everybody over there is a quack, man.
Yeah.
So they keep saying that they're making a new blend. They're making a new blend. And it's like, no, I'm pretty sure this is the same thing you sent me last time.
Yeah, I think I ordered it. Remember when everybody was getting those little plaques or something? I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, and I saw that, and I said, man, they seem like they care about their customers. So I'm gonna order some and check them out. And and their scent profiles are just incredible to my taste. I like those sophisticated kind of cologne type scent profiles that change in beard. And, I don't like to order something with 2 fragrances, and, it's kind of boring and dull. When you have this many bottles, you got to find something different, and right. I got all excited and ordered it. Now, they were out of butter when I ordered, so I've not tried their butter. But they're, oh my gosh, man, I was so disappointed, still disappointed. And I've tried them. Like I waited, I tried them 3 or 4 days in a row, like you did, and put them back on the shelf and said, well, I'll try them later. And then about a week ago, I said, I'm going to try them again. Tried it again. Same thing. I took one, and I've got about 8 or 9 different carrier oils that I've been studying and playing with that are just, individually. And I've mixed some of it up with some carries that my beard does really enjoy, and it helped. But it's still something about it. I don't know. I really think it's the type of fragrance oils they're using. I don't know that it's much as the carrier is the quality of the fragrance oils. There's just something about it.
I could see that.
There's a couple other more, other blends out there that I hear about all the time that they just disappoint every time I order it. I mean, one for me is Fable. It's just some good scent profiles. A couple of them are really good, but his butter feels. I tell you what, his butter, oil, and balm. Their balm I like the best out of the three products, but their oil and their butter, I can't do.
Now I'll tell you, it's funny with me, man, because Fable was one of the first few I tried when I started getting into like products and reviewing and everything. And I tried Dr. Wolf, and I absolutely loved the scent, and I still do.
Yeah.
And but the Feel and Beard, I was like, oh man, this is great. This is great. And I made this great review for them. And then I started trying some of these other people, a little bit smaller companies, and I'm like, oh man, like this stuff kills Fable.
Yeah.
Now I haven't tried their CBD stuff. I hear a lot of people talking about them and Chesapeake and the CBD stuff, and that it's really good. But I don't know if I'm buying into all that yet, man. It seems like a lot of money for something that I don't even know if my beard's gonna dig or not.
So I've studied it pretty hard, and I've ordered theirs. Matter of fact, I ordered some CBD back when there was a company named, oh man, gosh, they went away. They're no longer a company. They were small batch. I want to say Panda Bear or Panda Beard, something like that. Anyway, they did CBD, and it felt really good in my beard. So I ordered Fables, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago. And, I used it again. The oil didn't feel great in my beard. The balm was pretty good. They don't make it in the butter. But as far as CBD goes, from what I've been told by doctors and other people that I've reached out to about it, is, it takes so much to absorb through the skin for you to get the effects of the CBD that you would have to use a gallon to get the effect of 1 milliliter if you took it orally. So, from the calming and the CBD working like it does everything else, they, say there's no way. Now, as far as what it does for the beard, there's some people that swear by it on the beard, but I didn't notice a difference. I'm like you. I haven't bought into it yet. It's too expensive, and I just don't believe it. I think it's just a hoax, but who knows?
Now, what I will tell you is funny. So one of the guys who's actually working on joining in the club with us, there was a point in time when a lot of the CBD stuff started becoming big time, right? Like, or the cool thing to do. And he started raising some really good questions about, hey, you're only using this amount of CBD in there. I really don't think that's going to do anything, and he caught a lot of backlash, especially from one particular company. I won't go into all that stuff, but what's funny is that he disappeared for a little while. Things kind of calmed down, and now he's back. And there's several of these companies that are now going up to the amounts that he was saying they would have to hit to even be close to doing anything for your beard and all that other type of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I just found it really funny how all these people wanted to start arguments with him about, man, you're just saying that, you don't know what you're talking about. And it's like, research, he put the research out there. Y'all didn't want to believe it. Now you do, though.
I agree. Logan said he loves Fable's CBD. Now, Logan, you talking about the CBD you actually use orally, or the CBD you put in your beard? Because I haven't tried the regular CBD that you actually take orally. I haven't tried it at all. Now, I've tried some pretty good. There's a company that I've done some business with that is actually a farm in Minnesota, and they actually produce hemp seed oil. Matter of fact, Taylor uses some of their hemp seed oil in his butter, and they make a CBD, and it's pretty good. I mean, I guess I look at it like this: if you're getting it straight from the farm, you're getting it as pure as it can be. It hasn't been cut down. I always think of it being, if it gets in wrong hands, it's been diluted and cut down and tried to, turned into 2 bottles. So out of the CBD I've actually tried, it's the best I've ever tried. I don't take it every day. I've taken it a few times just to see if I've got some, I've got some back and neck pain. So every now and then I'll take it. And it does help. I mean, it helps me sleep when I'm hurting. But I know guys that take it all the time that swear by it. And, as long as they're not doing other things that, I'd rather see somebody taking CBD than addicted to painkillers. So,
right.
I'm all about it.
Let's see. I wonder if it's in here. Oh, it doesn't look like it is. I don't know. That's
awesome, Logan. I'll keep trying it, man. I've got a bottle and I've tried it, like I said, 2 or 3 times. I think my problem with his is the rest of the oil that my beard just doesn't like. His standard carrier blend, and adding CBD just didn't help it enough. And I mean, I'm kind of a snob when it comes to how my beard feels. I can't just wear something that, it might be doing great for it, but if it doesn't feel good, I just can't wear it. If I do my problem is, if I do that, I find myself all day just putting more stuff in it, and then it just, just ruins it. You have to hurry home to wash it out because it, just clumps it all together and just makes it feel like a greasy mess. And so if I start out in the morning with something and put it in my beard and it doesn't feel good, by noon, I've ruined my beard. I might as well just go take a shower.
Right. So. That's what I need to do, man. I haven't showered today. I shower at nighttime. And honestly, this morning I woke up late. And so I didn't even bother doing anything to my beard. I just took a boar's hairbrush and a comb real quick and went running out the door.
So a little trick that I've learned, and you can try it. I'm anxious to see if other people work for them. But when you're like that at the end of the day and you're in a hurry and you need to freshen up for a video or something, just take a metal. I use this this Chicago comb, kind of a metal, but any kind of metal kind of comb, and run it under hot water, and just run your hot water, run it over the comb, and just kind of put a little water on the comb and comb it through your beard. Within 3 or 4 strokes, man, your beard just pops back out. It looks great.
I'm going to try that out.
Especially if you've got some butter or some balm that you've wore through the day, it reactivates it and just, makes it nice. I do it all the time. I refreshen it in the middle of the day. That's one of the things I do, especially if I've used too much product or if I'm testing product and I'm trying different scents. If it's a package day that comes in the mail and I'll try everything in there, I'll go to a sink and just put a little water and put some more, and it really, really does help, man.
I'm gonna have to try that out.
It does. It works. Scott, Panda something. It was Panda. That's right. I think I sent you a bottle of it. I can't remember the guy's name. I feel like when you buy new oils and butters, it's like going on the first date. The looks or fragrance. Yeah, you're right. It, there's some truth to that. When you, I was talking to somebody about this a while back. I can wear, let's just take, Scott's Emu 50-50 blend 3 or 4 days, and my beard almost kind of quits liking it and needs something different. And then I can switch it up to his normal blend and it'll feel incredible. And, I think it's just like anything, our beard's kind of a creature of habit, and anything else. And if it gets used to something, it quits liking it as much, and you got to switch it up. And the other thing is, man, there's a ton of great carrier oils out there. I've tested 65 of them now, and there's some incredible ones out there, and you can't get them all in one bottle. There's no way, right? And when I see these blends that are 15 carrier oils, there's not enough of each one of those in that bottle to get any benefit out of it. Yep. So one of the things I like to do is I love to rotate it. If I find 3 or 4 blends that I really like, I love to rotate it, either wearing an oil and then wearing a balm with some different oils in it, and then a butter that night with a little bit different, because I feel like I get a little bit of all of it, and my beard just is healthier. So, and then I'll rotate. I won't wear an oil with a particular blend more than 3 days in a row. sometimes usually 2, and then I've got to wear something else because for whatever reason my beard just starts getting disappointed. I don't know. It's weird.
I hear you, man. Here, hold on. Let me grab this oil to show you really quickly.
Yeah.
I gotta go down the hall to grab it, but it's one of
No,
my
you're
favorites for rotating in because it's such a simple blend. I love it.
All right. Hold on, guys. I gotta find something too. Oh man, I got stuck in this chair and now I can't find anything. Logan, man, you need to get some Taylor, buddy. I promise you, you're gonna love it. Now, he doesn't use coconut oil, but you know, there's. I think you'll like it. His 50-50 emu blend, so it's 50% emu and then 50% is normal carry blend. I mean, my beard absolutely loves it. I've got it in right now, and I can't get enough of it. You know, it's a well-balanced oil. It's got all the right, you know, the nutrients in there that you need. It's got a little, you know, you've got the thickness of the black castor and the emu, but then it thins out with some, you know, sunflower seed oil and the meadowfoam seed oil. They're a little thin side. So, I mean, it really balances out to be a well-balanced oil. So, yeah, Corey, same here. Coconut oil seems to dry mine out too, man. I can't wear it. If it's predominantly coconut oil, I can't do it. Again, if it's further down the list, that's fine, but I cannot do it if it's top 3.
All right, so I don't know if this guy actually still makes oils or not, but he was a captain of the bearded club I was in before ours, and he had made Bucked Up and Bearded. And like I said, I don't know if he's still making it or not, but this one, if I grab the right one, yes, the Gentleman. This was like a, let's see here, blend of bergamot, lime, and cypress. And the ingredients on it was USDA 100% organic hemp seed oil and jojoba oil. And that was it. And man, as like a switch up from like all the other stuff, great. My beard loved it.
I have to try it out. So
well, if he's not making it no more, I'll send you some.
Yeah, I want to try that out. So have you tried Nature's Gold? Have you, Nicholas Beard Works? Have you ever tried Nicholas Beard Works?
Not yet, man. I've been I've delayed pulling the trigger, and I really need to, from what I hear.
So I have I don't know, man, probably 15, 20 of his bottles. I have his regular blend, and then I've got his emu blend, his aura, squalene, and emu. I mean, all of them. But this new one, Nature's Gold, just don't even mess with the other blends. Just get Nature's Gold, and it doesn't matter what scent profile. Matter of fact, today I got in unscented, and I love it. It's a good natural scent, and I'm going to start mixing it with other oil. I'm going to do some Sphinx, put about 4 or 5 drops of Sphinx in my hand, and then put some of that so I can get rid of some of that Sphinx oil. But I'm telling you, my beard has never felt so amazing. I mean, it's literally no shit, best hands down I've ever tried. Nothing even compares to it. And what's weird is you can wear it and it feels great, but what you really notice is the next morning when you wake up. And
I'm sure.
That next day, your beard just feels, the best way I can explain it, it feels younger. It feels just rejuvenated, young, like your hair that, you know, you have those hairs that you can just tell are old and starting to get brittle. But I mean, everything just like revives. And it's some exotic oils. I mean, it's goji berry and squalene and I can't remember, Indian gooseberry. It's got some keratin in it. I think there's amla oil, and then there's I can't think of the other one, like Beringi or something. But I'm telling you, whew, it's fire, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that. Now, this is another really good one that I'm a big fan of.
Oh, Taylor Blue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, that scent. So you like blueberry, huh?
Oh yeah, man. Something about that, the blueberry oud tobacco, dude.
Yeah.
it just hits me. So it just hits me.
Yeah. I mean, as far as scents goes, I think still, I mean, besides businessman, because I'm telling you, even if it wasn't my scent, it would be my favorite of all time. Just because it just fits my profile of what I like. I mean, it's a, you get that sweetness, but it's not like a food sweetness. It's just it's just a sweet cologne because it mixes with other ones. And then you get this, that oud, you get that sweetness in that oud right off the bat, and then it just kind of mellows out into this subtle, sophisticated, kind of, I don't know how to explain it really. It's just business. It's weird. I can't wait for you to smell it. It's just one of those that you just got to smell. And I wish more people would buy it because I'm telling you, everybody would be pleased with it. It's just one of those that I don't care if you don't like cologne scents because it's not too heavy to where, I know guys that get headaches with cologne scents. It's not one of those. It's not overpowering. There's no perfume base. It's all natural cologne. And it just mixes. Scott did an amazing job. I don't know if you heard the story, but when we were talking about doing it back in, I guess March or April last year is when it started. I went out to Scott or messaged him and said, "Man, I really want you to do something with peach." Because my thing was there's not a lot of peach profiles out there, and it's a really challenging and difficult fragrance to mix with because it's just so overpowering, and and a lot of guys just can't. And then I've had some that almost smell rotten. It's just mixed with the wrong thing. So, and I knew Scott was so good in the kitchen, and I was like, "Man, just do some peach," because I hate peach. And I'm like, so I kept working on him. I was just like, "Come on, man, just order some peach." And then, a couple months later, it's like, "Hey, man, order some kumquat." He was like, "Kumquat?" I hadn't even thought about that. And I was like, "Yeah, man, get some kumquat." So anyway, when he did that and he loved it, he was like, "All right, I'm starting to become a fan." And he's like, "I just love kumquat." We started talking about a collab, and the profile came from, I was trying to think of something that had deep meaning to me because I knew it would be my first collab. And I wanted to do something special that had some sentimental meaning to me as well as that would smell good. And so kumquat and peach was because when I was a kid, we grew them on the property, and my brother and I would have peach and kumquat and scuppernong actually wars where we'd take them off the vines and we'd throw them at each other and see who could get the biggest bruise. And whoever got the biggest bruise lost. And, I lost my brother last year to suicide. And so it was just kind of something that I wanted to do and remembrance to him. Plus, I love them. And I love those two fragrances. And so then I was like, what does it mix well with? It's also, got some sentimental value to me. And so when I met my wife, I wore a cologne called Acqua di Parma, and it has oud, bergamot, and patchouli in it. And so I was like, all right, there you go. Let's take those three. Those three should mix well with peach and kumquat. And so, I got him to get those. And then when I got out of high school, I moved to South America down to Bolivia to get in the lumber business. I was living in Santa Cruz, Bolivia, and we had tonka bean plants out on the property. And at night I'd sit out there with my uncle-in-law and smoke a pipe with tobacco. So that's where the tobacco came from. And we watched these monkeys play in these tonka bean plants and get up in the trees and look over they'd watch us as we sat there around the pool and smoked pipe. And, maybe a little more than that, but anyway, so that's where it all came from. And I told Scott, and I was like, "Hey man, see what you can do with it." And then he created this. And I told him I kind of wanted a business type cologne, something that you could wear on a date. You could wear to work. You could wear, around your kids. It was just one of those scents. It was a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week scent. And he did the rest. And he's magical, man. When he puts his mind to it and gets over not liking something, it's unbelievable.
That's awesome, man. That's a great story. I know my first collab was kind of one that I'm not too proud of or fond of. It was from a drop ship company, which is fine. Like, I got no problem with that, right?
Yeah.
but the process didn't go the way that I imagined it would, because it was supposed to be raspberry, bourbon, vanilla, and oud, right? And not necessarily in that order, but
Right.
that was the profile. And I thought it would work really, really well. And the first bottle I got, I opened it and it smelled just like nail polish remover. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, is this like is this the oud that he's using? Is it the way the bourbon and the raspberries mixing? I don't know. And so I told them to try, because I didn't smell much of the raspberry till after it was in beard.
Yeah.
I was like, try upping the raspberry some and tone the oud down a little bit. And I was like, or, maybe just try upping the profile of everything and see what happens. And so he sent me the next bottle and it smelled even worse. And so it got down to it. We changed profiles. We ended up going with the blueberry cream, oud, and tobacco scent, which, don't get me wrong, it smells really good, right? But it was one of those deals that I was just like, man, like, that scent's like all been done. Like, I know you don't see many that are blueberry cream, so it's like a really sweet blueberry. But it's just like, it's still good. I still enjoy it, but it wasn't. It was just like, it was really kind of like, damn, I really was looking forward to that raspberry one, man. And
I mean, some scent profiles are raspberry's another one that's tough. It's kind of like peach. It's just, that's a tough one to mix with for sure.
Yeah, and see, and that was why, like, so after that experience, like, I probably didn't think that through with doing a scent like that with a dropship company, right?
Right.
So, like, I don't know what oud they're using. I don't know nothing, man. And I asked the person, I was like, "What oud did you use?" And I was like,
didn't know either.
Like oh yeah, it's like a mix of ouds. It's like a mix of like 3 different ones. I'm like, oh, maybe you should have gone with like a sweet oud, like a Jolly Old Fat Man uses.
Yeah. Yeah, there's and a lot of people don't realize all the different ouds that are out there, and then you can.
Oh yeah.
It's there's so many. I feel like Agarwood's probably used the most. Seems like anyway.
Oh yeah. Dude, and there's a lot of really good ones, man. Oud's one of those scents that I've really enjoyed, and I enjoy the fact that, like, especially if I love it when I can get ones that are the same but smell so different.
Yeah.
Like, and like, I love it because there's ones that some people, they really love it, and like, I know it's the same oud, and they really love it, but then there's other ones that are just like, man, like, that smells different than the one you wore yesterday.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure, have you tried Tailored Man?
I haven't tried Tailored Man. I've tried Piano Man, Tailored Blue, and the Candy Man.
Oh, dude, you are missing out. Tailored Man's the best to me.
Oh, my bad. Tailored Man I have tried. I'm sorry, I have. He sent me a little sample of that, the original blend, right?
Yeah, that's the tobacco and oud.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, it's love. And I mean, he's got, the one that's the triple tobacco and oud's really good too. I'm ready. 1942 sounds pretty interesting. I'm ready to do that. I mean, I like tobacco. I don't know if you do or not.
Oh yeah.
Especially his. He sources it well, and Scott knows which tobaccos to mix well and how much. He just does really well with tobacco scents. Some guys don't. I mean, I buy some that I'm so disappointed. But I would say out of all the bottles, that's probably, the most of one scent is going to be tobacco, because usually if I see it, I'll order it just to see what it smells like. And then oud would probably be second. So
yeah, that was
family.
First.
There's not a tailored beard oil that I don't have. There might be, actually, I take that back. There were a couple fruity scents he did around December, Christmas time, and like a candy cane. I don't do those kind of scents. So there's like 3 in that December, November family that I didn't buy from him. But other than that, there's not a Tailored Man or Tailored Beard Company that I don't have.
That's what's up, man. I know my first encounter with Scott was, I don't remember who I was talking to, but they were talking to me about Beatles Man. And the double strawberry, double oud, double tobacco. I was like, oh, man, that sounds freaking amazing.
I got it. You want it? I'll send it to you.
Sure, man. I'll do it.
Yeah,
How about we trade? I'll trade you. I'll trade you something for it.
yeah. I'll send it's because it's double cherry and something. If you like that cherry, it's good.
Yeah, man. And I hit Scott up about it because I was like, "Hey, man, I saw this isn't on the website. What's the chances of me getting my hands on some?"
Yeah,
And he's like, "None. That's gone."
yeah,
And ended up looking around the site. I was like, "Well, it's like this is kind of like the ones I'm interested in." And he goes, "Well, how about this? Get the full size of piano, man. You're gonna love it, and then I'll send you a sample size of the tailored man,
yeah,
and I think you're really gonna like that a lot too." And so that's what he did, man. And I mean, it hooked me.
yeah,
I ended up giving my tailored man sample to somebody else so that they could try out tailored, and
yeah,
they loved it, and they went and ordered some stuff as well. But yeah,
yeah,
man, Scott was so great to work with, man, and I've definitely enjoyed getting to know him as well. You know,
yeah,
he's one of those true guys. You know, you get what you get with him, and that's what it is. He ain't BSing you around. He's
yep.
not playing any games, and I really respect that about him.
Me too, man. And he, he's not one of those guys that tries to be secretive about what he does to other. Like I've had other companies reach out to him, and he's helped them make butter, and he's just helpful for the community. He's not sitting there, you know, being rude to other companies and worrying about all the hoopla. He just he he's one of those guys that he's confident in what he does, and he knows he does it well, and he knows that his ability to mix scents because he's a chef is
Mm-hmm.
really where he shines. So he doesn't mind helping other guys out, figuring out whatever they need. And he's just, I mean, I've known him now, I guess, since I really started growing my beard out. Matter of fact, I placed a huge order. Like I ordered all the stuff he had back his first label, like when he first came out.
Mm-hmm.
And because I loved his butters. His butter was more like a hybrid, kind of like Jolly Old Fat Man used to have.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was just, he used wax, and I like beeswax in my butter. And it was just a hybrid. And so I ordered everything he had and loved it. Well, shit, about 2 weeks later, we're sitting there talking to him, and he wants to redo his carrier blend, and he's asking me about certain oils that I like. And before I know it, he just revamped his whole company, and I had to order them all again. I was like, "What? I got to have them in the new blend, And so, I mean, I've had like, and then he did it again, and I ordered all his core scents again. So I'm like, man, I have like 45 of his oils. So I got some I'll send you, that's for sure, because um, I need to get rid of some of this stuff. My shelf is totally full.
You sound like me, and I have nowhere near the amount of zeal that you have. And I I think that same thing, man. I wake up and I see that stuff sitting there, and I'm just like, man, I need to get rid of some of this.
I mean, and there's stuff up there that I love, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna review it and then I'll give it away. Well, I'm not gonna review 80 oils of it. You know what I mean? There's no way. And
I
now
know.
he doesn't offer a bunch of them like Beatles Man. So I'm not going to talk about it. And some guy's going to be sitting there and, oh man, I want it, and then go to his website, can't get it.
I know, right? That's
Um,
like I have a review that I got to get out, man. That a company sent me their full lineup, and it's just like me trying to figure out how I'm gonna even attack that. Like, don't I've worn it and everything. I just got to figure out if I'm gonna split it into 2 videos or
I'm,
do
think,
one.
I'm
It's
thinking
just
I'm
gonna
going to
be.
start. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm going to do like one main video of the company, the scent, not the scent profiles, but the carrier blend, pricing, and blah, blah, blah. Maybe try to keep it 15 minutes. And then I thought about doing little 3 and 5 minute shorts of each blend individually. That way somebody could just go and say, okay, I just want to know about Tailored Man, and I don't want to watch a 30-minute video. I just want to watch a little 5 minute on the scent profile I'm most interested in. So I thought
Yep.
about, and then grouping them, under, I guess, playlist. You just have Tailored Beard Company, and then you have one of each scent. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm going to try to do. But I know it's a lot of work and a pain in the butt. But the other reason is they say that shorts are really taking off. Little 4 and 5 minute videos are
Mm-hmm.
where it's at now on YouTube.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to try.
Well, well, it's funny because because you got a lot of people that try to cheat the watch time system by making longer videos,
Yeah,
right? And then, but what I've noticed, and like, I don't have very many really long videos, but I have a couple that I would love for them to be a bit shorter. And I know I rambled on at times and things like that, right? And that's why it was so long. But when I go back and look at the stats on all my stuff, I mean, the watch time is pretty consistent. So people that are doing shorts right now, I mean, they're jumping in at the right time because most videos are getting watched for a period of 3 to 5 minutes anyway. And, you know, for the average anyways, you know, a lot of people aren't sticking around for the whole video.
No, I mean, and they now if you do a long video, if you don't break it out with that timeline, you know, I think people are getting frustrated too, and that's a lot of work. So I'm thinking I'm just going to do shorts and try to make it make sense to where I'm still reviewing, like you said, a full lineup of a company, but I'm breaking it in 10 videos instead of just 1 or 2 15-minute videos. But we'll see. It's fun. I just do it as a hobby anyway, but you know, I mean, I want to share what I got with all these people and, you know, and what I've learned and try to keep people from wasting all the money I've wasted. Cause I've wasted a shit pile of money on stuff that was just garbage or that, you know, I thought was going to smell one way, but didn't. And, you know, I just feel like that, I owe it to the community to help any way I can. So,
I hear you, man.
I'm going to try. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Corey, classic is fire. That's probably my second or third favorite tailored scent. And what's weird is I don't like barbershop scents a lot, but I love that one. His barbershop scent and what's the guy? John Baptist's barbershop scent's pretty good. John T. Baptist.
I've heard lots of good stuff about that. I'm not a big barbershop guy, but I try him every once in a while. And he's one that I've heard a lot of good about.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, those are the only two I'd try. I'm not either. And I've bought 10 or 12 and 90% of them all smell the same. And then those two set themselves apart from everybody else. So I really like them a lot.
That's good, man. But hey, I'm going to hop off, man. I got to still get that shower.
Yeah, we're good. It's horsepower hour. I only got 8 minutes left anyway. I appreciate it, man. Tomorrow, if you get it, we'll go live on Instagram and we'll talk about it. Let everybody know what it smells like.
Sounds like a plan, man. Well, hey, I really appreciate you having me on and let me BS with you and talk some beards, man.
Yeah, you too. And if we don't do it tomorrow, I'll see you Friday on the shit show.
You know it, man. And then that means we'll be doing it Saturday.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, brother.
Take care.
Have a good night, man.
You too. Oh, wow. Look, whole screen changed. What's up, guys? We've got a few minutes left. You know, again, if you haven't already, man, I highly recommend go pick up the Businessman. And not because it's my collab, but because this dang thing smells like something you've never smelled before. And it's incredible. And I promise you, you won't be disappointed. It's by far my favorite. And, you know, if you want to know what I'm about. And so in the future, when I do reviews, you know, when I say I like something, what you're getting into, this is one that defines me and my taste and the research I've done and, you know, all the bottles of beard oil that I have. You know, I just took the best that I could find of each of those and combined it into one. And it's incredible. And, you know, I'd love, if you have ordered it, I'd love your feedback. And I mean, I told somebody this the other day, if you order it and hate it, I will swap you with, I'm going to make a list of these 855 beard oils on my wall, which you'll get to see in 2 weeks. I've got a centerpiece I'm doing that lights up and plays the music that's finished, but it's so big, the lady can't ship it from Tennessee. So she's driving it down to me in 2 weeks. And, so I'm going to reveal my wall when I get that centerpiece. It's my logo that's got a glass cover with lights shining through the back, and that illuminates and lights change with voice and music. Anyway, it's pretty cool. And so I'm going to reveal the wall when that happens. And that'll be the backdrop for all my videos at that point. But anyway, you know, if you don't like it, I will swap you with anything I have. because I promise you're going to like it. I don't care if you don't like, if you don't like cologne scent profiles, or you're not a fan of food profiles, or fruity, because it's really none of that. It's just a lot of, all that combines into this one scent that morphs a little bit in beard, but it's just incredible. It's by far, oh gosh, man, I just wish I could smell it through the camera. Oh, it's just one of those that never gets old. I mean, you can wear it 5 days in a row. I mean, I've had it 3 days now, and the Emus blends down to there, and the other blend is too. It's heck. There's all the bottles. You see it. I mean, that one's empty. I don't know why this thing won't. That one's empty. That one's half empty. So, it's incredible. And also, don't forget, guys, if you haven't registered for the giveaway, I'm going to give away Stealth and a bottle of Businessman, and Stealth on the back. And I can't really show it because it'd be cheating, but there's a code that's a 30% off code. So if you win, you also can go place a big order at Tailored and save 30% off, which is incredible. So you can wait till he's got something you like and place a big order, or one time, place one bottle or one order with whatever. So it's I'm going to give it away next Wednesday night on the Horsepower Hour. So, and also, man, if any of you guys want to jump on one week, just reach out to me. I'd love to have you on. This is just going to be about chit-chatting about beard stuff and beards, cars, and all things Handlebar'd. So, I'm really going to get into the automotive side too. There'll be segments that I'll promote each week and talk about, should you lease or should you buy a new car, or, how to increase your credit score, how to understand and read your credit report, which credit reports banks look at, because I know everybody's got a little app on their phone that comes with a credit card, and it's a Vantage score, and you're like, oh, my score is a 700. And then you go buy something and they say, no, it's a 630. Well, there's a reason for that. That credit score you're looking at on that app with your credit card is a free Vantage score that nobody uses, right? That's why you're able to get it for free with the credit card. But there's an app, and I'll go ahead and tell y'all, since there's only 6 of you, there's an app out there called MyFICO, MyFICO. If you have plans to buy anything in the next 6 months, or want to get a credit card or whatever, if you want to do anything financial, you need to download this app on your phone, and you can purchase a subscription. I recommend, if you're going to, I did it when I did my mortgage, and what it allows you to do is, there's 3 credit reports. There's TransUnion, there's Equifax, and there's Experian, right? And then each credit bureau company has multiple scorecards for each one. So Equifax has Equifax 5.0, Equifax 8.0, Equifax 9.0, Equifax 8.0 Auto Enhanced, 9.0 Auto Enhanced. Experian has FICA 9, FICA 8. So each one of them has a different scorecard. And each scorecard is designed for whatever it is you're purchasing. For instance, if you come to a car dealership, all our lenders use an auto enhanced version of that bureau. So like a lot of lenders use Equifax FICA 9 auto enhanced. They use TransUnion FICA 8 auto enhanced. And what that means is the credit bureau enhances your automobiles on your bureau historically. So if you've had 5 great auto accounts, never missed a beat, paid them all off, your score might be an 800, right, on that bureau. But if you were going to get a credit card, and let's say you had 5 credit cards on there and some of them are close to being maxed out, or you missed one payment 6 months ago, you may be a 630 on that same bureau, that same Equifax, right? And this MyFICO app lets you see all three bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, and every scorecard of each bureau. So if you're going to look for a mortgage, it breaks it down and shows you this is the Equifax mortgage score. This is the TransUnion mortgage score. This is the such and such score, for auto enhanced scores. No, Credit Karma is not accurate. Again, it's accurate, but it depends on what you're trying to buy. And so the Credit Karma gives you a broad score on the bureaus, right? Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, but it's a group average score of all those scorecards. So if you're trying to buy something in particular, you want to look at the scorecard that's going to be that bank's going to be looking at, so that you can, you kind of going into it, my credit score is such and such, because that's where you can save the most money. And what it'll allow you to do, this My FICO app, if you're going to buy a car in 3 months, well, get that app, look at your auto enhanced scores, and I can teach you how to make that score increase in 3 months' time rapidly. And so that you can get that score up, and you watch your credit score and you see it go from a 650 to a 670. And then 1 month it goes to a 710. You may not know why it's doing that, but we can have tapes about or videos about it. I can tell you how to manipulate it. But you'll know, okay, now's the time for me to go get my auto loan because my score just jumped from a 650 to a 712. And that's a difference of about 3 points in interest. I mean, you're talking about a bunch of money. And what it allows you to do is either buy a lot more vehicle for the same payment, right? Or what? So, Logan, you need it more than anybody. If you're looking to buy a house, you want to get this My FICO, because the mortgage companies use a tri-merge of all three bureaus, and there's some older versions. But when you get My FICO, it shows you your mortgage scores. And 9 out of 10 mortgage companies use the middle score. So like they don't matter if your Equifax is, let's say, for example, Equifax is a 700, TransUnion's a 650, and Experian's a 670. They use the 670. They use the middle score no matter what. So they, it's kind of like anything else. They drop the high and drop the low and use the middle. So you want to get that app so you can watch your middle score, know when it's at its highest, and lock in the rate. I saved myself a ton of money by doing that. And if it wasn't for that app, I would have never known, because otherwise you're going in there blind. Why the hell you want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars blind, not knowing what your score is? So you don't know when they hit you with an interest rate, can I negotiate this, or do I need to wait 6 more months or 3 more months? And you're talking about life-changing savings. Over a 20 or 30-year note, you're talking about tens and tens of thousands of dollars for a 1 point difference in rate. So this app is handy. Again, there's a level of like $9.95 a month, one that's $19.95 a month, and then you can pay like $49.95 a month. And the $49.95 a month gives you an update daily of your credit score. So you get to see it daily as it changes. And it's pretty good if you're about to get a mortgage, you're within, I'd say, 6 months of a mortgage, I'd spend that $49.95, because again, you get to see it, you'll know when to lock in the rate, and that middle score can change your life. And what it can do is it let you afford a lot more home than you might have been looking at, or get that payment down $100 or $200 and make it more affordable. So, again, little videos like that, that's what Horsepower Hour is about. I want to share my 22 years experience doing finance on automobiles, reading credit bureaus, going to school for it, learning how. I had a buddy of mine that worked at a credit bureau that taught me all the ins and outs and the tricks of it. There's little things you can do to immediately increase your score, and so forth. So that's what this channel is about. If you want to learn that kind of stuff or know somebody that does, tell them to tune in, because we can, I want to be able to take questions when somebody says, hey, I'm trying to buy a house in a few weeks, and me talk about it with you and help you out. So, Logan, if you have any questions, man, please reach out to me. When it comes to financial stuff, I'm not like Brandon A brain fart. Rode Patriot that does Bitcoin stuff. I don't do Bitcoin stuff. I do know the stock market, but when it comes to financial contracts, interest rates, banking, I'm your guy. I've been doing it for 22 years. I mean, we do, when business was good, when COVID wasn't around, you're talking about 200 loans a month, 150, 200 loans a month. And you do that over 22 years. You see a lot of credit scores, a lot of credit bureaus, and you learn a lot about banking. So I will absolutely help you out. Well, Logan, I don't have any video. I mean, so just to give you a little background. I was going to launch my YouTube about a year ago, actually. I was going to kick it off with this collab with Taylor Beard Company back in June of last year. We had this collab ready. We had it all done, and it was a little bit before Father's Day. Well, a buddy of mine reached out to me on Facebook and says, "Hey, man, you ought to enter this contest." I was like, "What contest?" And he said, "You hadn't seen the one that Boss Man Brands is doing?" And I was like, "No, I hadn't." And he said, "Man, I think you'd be perfect for it." So I looked at it. Boss Man, there was a video out Stephen Condon was doing, and it was advertising Be Your Own Boss 2020. And what it was is you became the beard and face of Boss Man Brands for a solid year. You won $10,000. They fly you out to Austin, Texas, to their headquarters. You get to see it all in action. Blah blah blah. And so I entered, and I won. And when I did, it kind of became in this thing with no compete clause, where I couldn't really do a collab with Tailored. Is now I'm the face and beard of Boss Man. So I had to put everything on hold, and that was in June. I signed the contract. I agreed not to really promote other brands, which made doing my YouTube channel hard. And I always wanted to kick off my YouTube channel with a collaboration with Tailored. And so I put it on hold. Of course, the pandemic got really hot and heavy to where I never flew out to Austin. And it just, the reign of being the beard and face of Boss Man just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. So I reached out to him and used what they call force majeure to get out of the contract, forego the money. So I didn't, I didn't take all the money up front. It was a monthly thing. And anyway, that ended February 1st. So I did that back in February or in January. The contract was forced ended on February 1st. So now I'm able to do my collab with Taylor, get back in the swing of things and doing my YouTube channel. So there's not any videos yet. This collab is going to be the start of it. I've recorded some this week. I'm going to record some next week, start dropping them. And I would definitely I'll do some financial tips right away. I wanted to anyway. So my plan is to do like one beer review, one car automotive video, one beer review, one car video, or automotive or finance or whatever video, tips of and tricks of how to buy a car, how to negotiate with car dealers, how to go into a car dealership and know what your trade's worth, know what cost is on theirs, where to find that information, and most importantly, what's the only figure that matters when purchasing a car, right? I don't care if you go to Joe Blow Automotive or Down the Road Motors, right? Everybody has a different game they want to play. It seems like I call it the shell game, right? Where they try to move it around and trick you, right? By moving numbers around. Well, there's only one number that matters. I can sell you a car that's worth $5,000. I can sell it to you for $100,000, right? And I can give you $95,000 for your trade. I don't care if your trade's worth $1. That trade difference is $5,000. I can sell you a car for $25,000 and give you 20 for your trade, and that trade difference $5,000. Well, $5,000 is called the trade difference. And if you got a trade in, you're buying a car. That is the only number that should matter. That way, if you're going to Joe Blow Motors and he hits you at some ridiculous sell price and lowballs you on the trade, and you go down the other road and they give you a lot more for the trade, but it seems like the price is really high. Now you don't get all confused and have to figure it out, because that difference is all that matters. If Joe Blow Automotive was $7,000 difference and Down the Road Motors was $4,000 difference, and it's the apples to apples, kind of the same vehicle you're looking at, then Down the Road Motors has got the better deal, because the difference between the two is $4,000. So that's things that videos will be about, because it doesn't matter what the sell price is and what your trade's worth. It matters, can you justify what is the difference between these two? If I'm going from my vehicle to this new one, can I justify the difference between the two? Now, sure, after that, you have to add back in, if you have a payoff, taxes and fees, but that's always going to be the same. It doesn't matter. It's that difference that matters, because that's how you're going to know. That's how you compare 2 dealers or 3 dealers against each other to figure out, who's got the better deal. So just keep that in mind if you're ever buying a car. It's the only thing you need to negotiate is trade difference, and don't show your cards up front. Let them go ahead and give you the price of yours or theirs and what your trade's worth, and look at that and say, okay, I've done my research and I can get the same car over here for $3,000 less than they're giving me. And Kelley Blue Book says my trade's worth this, even though that's not always the book. You can kind of see, if I go off those two things, my trade difference should be $7,000. They're at 10. We're about $3,000 apart. I need to negotiate $2,000 or $3,000. So anyway, and also I'm going to be readily available anytime. So you don't have to buy from me. Honestly, I'd probably rather not sell you a car, because that's a lot of work for me. I'm actually the boss, and selling cars again. I'm just kidding. I'll sell you a car. But I don't want people to feel like that's what I'm trying to do with this channel. So I would rather help you negotiate a car deal wherever you is in your local hometown, because there's a lot to be said for buying locally, because that's where you're going to service your car, and those people are going to, see you again when you need an oil change and so forth. Now, times are different right now because inventory is tough. You may have to travel a little further, but again, I'll help you, but that's not what this is about. This is about just trying to honestly share my knowledge and help people save money on beard products, save money on automobiles, save money on your houses, save money on everything. Because to me, that's the root of survival. I mean, in today's world, it's expensive to live in this damn world. And if you can't figure out ways to save here and there, you can't make it. So yeah, Bearded Eric, go give her some attention, buddy. It's I'm about to do the same, man. It's 10:15, guys. Look, I didn't do a giveaway tonight, but I really appreciate y'all tuning in. I promise you next week I'm going to do multiple giveaways, and might do some more pop-ups between now and then. But next week is going to be the giveaway of these two. And also, I'm going to give away, I can't turn around. I'm going to give away a lot of businessmans next week too. What I want to do is just try to get, some more sold. Let's get Tailored fired up. So if you haven't bought one yet, reach out to him, order one, because the more that gets sold, I'm not taking money on this collaboration, but that's more giveaways I can do. So we've sold a bunch already, and I've given away 5 or 6 combos, but I want to give away 15 more combos. So tell everybody about it. You're going to start hearing about it because people are going to start getting it in the mail in the next few days, and people are going to talk about this one, I promise you. And you don't want to be left out, because this is one of those limited things. He's not going to keep this on his website for 6 months. He's probably going to keep it on for another couple weeks, and it's gone. So, I promise you won't be disappointed. Like I said, if you are, you reach out to me. I will give you a list of every cent on my shelf, and I'll trade and swap anything up there. Anything of Tailored's, I have every one of Tailored's. So if you want classic and you don't like businessman, I'll send you classic. All I ask is just be honest with me, because I'm being honest with you. I'll trade you out. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. This means a lot to me. I know it's hard to do it late on a Wednesday night, but I'm here to help you guys any way I can and shoot the shit and have a good time. So I appreciate you tuning in. God bless, and may you and your beards always be blessed. Take care and have a good week, guys.